So I'm in the middle of inking this commission. It's going with a bunch of signed comics, and I'm brush inking. My brush pen's playing up at the moment, but I prefer brush inking anyway. It's cheaper and it's a lot more fun. Gives you a lot more freedom. It's you can really go to town on doing the hair and doing the eyes and faces because you've got so much more control with the brush. You can control how much ink is going on, what's going where, and it's a lot faster to work with as well. When somebody needs your help in the house, you're like, okay, I just need 10 minutes to wash my brush, as opposed to just popping your pen down and then you're settled and safe. But I mean, I can do this hair in much less time than it would take to do it conventionally. I say conventionally, I mean with my pens. If I'm using pens, I use Staedtlers, whatever they're called. I like using Sharpies as well. Brush pens are really nice now that I'm not using the really expensive ink that you have to buy with them, because that ink costs a fucking fortune, to be honest. And I was buying it on eBay at special deals and stuff, and even then it was costing £3, £6 odd for a few different ones, which is a fortune really. Whereas I've got this gymongous tub of India ink, and I've got a little syringe, and you just blip, 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 refill it every time. You can see how fast I'm just going straight away with the brush. I've done the eyes, I've done the mouth, I've done everything with a brush. I know lots of artists do brush inking, but for a long time I refused to because it can be messy, and I just didn't have the confidence to do it. But this year, maybe it's last year, I was just suddenly, boom, yeah, I'll do it. I woke up and something changed, and I became tighter with my money as well. And so, you see, where I've made a little mistake like that, that's okay because I'm going to put some heavy shading on there. And I actually find it quite hard to concentrate on inking and talking and filming. I can talk to real people while I'm working, and I watch the telly while I'm working, but I find it very hard filming on my tablet here while I'm talking. I mean, that's something. A brush doesn't ever hold as much ink as a pen will, but it's okay. You just get used to dipping and refilling. My brush I'm using is well, you can't read that. It's basically a Winsor and Newton brush. I got my India ink off eBay. As I say, I got a massive tub of it. Yeah, so this commission, when it's done, it's a sketch that will go with one of my signed comics. It'll go off to the a customer, because when I sell print editions of my comics on my Etsy art store, I like to do sketches that go with them. I sign the comic, I do a little sketch inside, because some of them have like a blank page in them due to the company that prints them, and so I'll do a sketch on them. This is Scarlet and Box from my Flag Force comic.